there has been a lot of talk internationally of an asset bubble in the AI ecosystem. There is tremendous amount of monies that are going in the implementation of the AI infrastructure. For 1 gigawatt of data centers that are created, an investment of up to $50 billion is required. So for example, the US has committed to the tune of, if over the next couple of years that number reached about 20 gigawatts at about $50 billion per gigawatt, that equates to about $1 trillion. So we are looking at about close to about $1 trillion to maybe $2 trillion of investment going into artificial intelligence ecosystem over the next 4 to 5 years. And so there have been very valid concerns about whether there's a bubble being built up into artificial intelligence. The only thing that we would add on to this is that if you look at the results of the companies such as CoreWeave, which is a listed hyperscaler in the US, or the results of Google, Microsoft, Amazon, all of these companies are seeing their top line go up and also their margins increase in the last few quarters. So even as they're deploying this artificial intelligence ecosystem with vast amounts of spend, they have already started seeing monetization of their investments coming through. This is one very big result that we are seeing from this, that the monetization of AI is actually happening. Second of all, in way of the actual investments, given that these companies, the hyperscalers, generate over $100 billion, many of them, of annual free cash flow, right? The Googles, the Apples, the Microsoft, etc. There would not be a scarcity of cash flow to fund this investment. That is part number two. So if you actually have enough monies to actually spend into this ecosystem, and you are getting investment returns out of it fairly quickly, then on an aggregate basis, there is not a case of a bubble. There will be areas within, of course, after all, when such big investments are happening, there will be certain areas in which there may be over investments or substantially over investments, and there may be cases in those particular, in some of those cases that write-offs would have to be taken or companies would go bankrupt. But if we were to look at the whole ecosystem, it is fairly fairly liquid, it is fairly solvent, and we do not see on a holistic basis any asset bubble to actually be happening at this point.